guys, welcome to my channel. We're gonna do get ready with me, and then I'm gonna tell you guys about like sleep paralysis. Right now I'm just putting lotion on my face because it's really dry right now. Hold on. But I was supposed to do a video last week, and I know I didn't because I was trying to get a car last weekend, or on my last weekend, which is Tuesday, Wednesdays, so I try to get my videos out either on Tuesday or Wednesday. And I didn't do one on Tuesday because I was trying to get the car. And then I didn't do one on Wednesday because I was just so tired from running around all over Las Vegas trying to get a car. So I didn't do one. I didn't do one yesterday because I had worked 4 16-hour shifts back to back to back. Like, I was so tired yesterday, and I'm low-key kind of shocked that I'm doing one right now. Alright, now that I have my lotion on my face, I'm gonna prime it really quick. But I kind of want to talk to you guys about sleep paralysis because I find it really interesting and I get it quite frequently. So, I actually just had 2 episodes of it, like within the past week. They were both pretty terrifying, but one was worse than the other, obviously. Like, not obviously, but one's always worse than the other when I get them close. Hold on. Sorry, I gotta drink some coffee, guys. Can we appreciate my coffee cup, guys? I got it from the 99-cent store for like $2.99. Like, it's great. I love it. Sorry, I have my notes. But so sleep paralysis is a state of sleep, like either between waking up or falling asleep. Yeah, but the person like that is getting affected by sleep paralysis is usually aware of what's happening, but they just can't move or speak. Right now I'm doing my eyebrows, and I'm using, here, I'll use the one that I don't use, that's newer. It's a Tattoo Studio by Maybelline, and I love it. You'll see here in a minute. But the person that's usually affected by sleep paralysis is aware of what's happening. They just can't move or speak. And during an episode, one may actually hallucinate and see, feel, or hear things, which usually happens to me. Like the last one I had, or the first one that I had a few days ago, I was asleep in my bed, which is literally like right there, guys. Living in a studio, so convenient. But I was asleep and I had a sleep paralysis attack. Sorry, yeah, lotion on my chin. And I actually saw a figure, and we'll actually talk about that later in the episode, or not the episode, the video, about what seeing a figure is called. But I saw a figure literally like right here, guys. Like, it was huge. But it was just standing on top, or not standing on top of me, but like it was like pretty much on top of me because I'm in a studio. Like, it's pretty small. Yeah, so that was terrifying. And then the second one I had actually yesterday while I was trying to nap on my couch. Like, it always happens, like every time I sleep on my couch, guys, like I always get sleep paralysis for some reason, and I don't know why. But I was asleep on my couch and I kept hearing things, and I was like sleeping, and it's like one of the things in sleep paralysis, you can hear your hallucinations, which I find interesting because I've never actually heard anything. I've only seen things from like the supernatural, like I feel like I see like a shadow on top of me. See, look how great my eyebrow is, guys, compared to this one. Like, yes. So yeah, some people can see stuff. And some people, when they get sleep paralysis, they hear, like, imagined sounds like buzzing, humming, static, screaming, which I would be terrified if I heard screaming. You can actually hear quite a bit in your hallucinations, I guess. I don't know, I've never experienced it. It is also may include hypnagogic hallucination, which is like what I was telling you guys about earlier about seeing the like supernatural beings, which I mean I find pretty interesting because that's what I always see, and I didn't know there was like a technical term for that, or not a technical term, like a medical term for that. Oh my god, why is this story time so difficult for me while doing my makeup? But I usually see things, so I guess it's a hypnagogic, I hope I'm saying that right, hallucination where you see a spirit or like a supernatural being. Don't worry guys, this eyebrow's gonna look way better. But remember that you're supposed to look like sisters, not twins, guys. And for some reason, I've always started with my eyebrows first because I never know if I'm in the mood to do like a whole face. So I always just try to leave at least with my eyebrows on. So, hold on, I gotta fix that. So yeah, that's a hypnagogic hallucination. It also may include feeling like you're being suffocated. Oh, my stuff's over here. That you're being suffocated and or like a hard time breathing. I get that sometimes. Okay, so for my foundation, guys, I use this, and it's from Walmart, and it's great. Like, I love this stuff. I'm so glad I discovered it from Walmart. So, I'm gonna tell you like one of the really scariest like experiences that I've had on sleep paralysis. One time I was like, I want to say I was like in high school, and I want to say I was in freshman year or sophomore year, but I was asleep and my feet faced the door in this apartment complex that I was at, because that's just the way I had my room rearranged for some reason. And I know like Native Americans like never sleep with their feet towards any opening of a building, and I should have known that like when I was younger, because my mom is Native, but she's not full Native, but I should have known. But I was at my father's house, so I was at their house, like at my father's house. I was asleep, and all of a sudden I get like an attack, like a sleep paralysis attack. But it wasn't like a normal one that I usually get, like where I just can't move. It was like I was being held down by like all forces, like a supernatural force. Like all of my limbs were held down. My chest like felt so heavy, and it was just terrifying. And I had this poster by my door, and it said like, my prayers are powerful. So it's like, I grew up in a religious house, and we'd always go to church like every Sunday. Like my father was a greeter at the doors at the church, so was my aunt and uncle. Yeah, like we were very involved in our church. So I saw that, and I was like, okay. And so I started crying out to God. I was like, God, help me, I can't breathe. And so as soon as I said that, like, and I said in Jesus' name, because I know, like, I remember growing up saying anything that way, like, the supernatural will go away. Or, like, the demons and stuff will all go away. And so, sorry guys, it's taking a really long time to blend all this in. I don't want to have a line. But, sorry guys for my makeup faces. But, after I said in Jesus' name, like, it went away. And so I was like, oh good, like, I can go back to sleep. And I was good for a couple hours, like, and then a few hours later I had another attack, but this time I actually saw all this stuff that was like holding me down. And that was terrifying. Like, usually when I get an attack, I usually only get like one a night unless like I'm super tired because I'd be working a lot or I was in school. But I think in this case it was because I was a swimmer, and so I would be training off season. I think this was the part where it was like an off season training type of thing. Concealer for under my eyes because my eyes are black. I don't know about you guys, but I try to like conceal like all my dark spots. And so yeah, that was pretty terrifying for me. I always usually try to remember all the times I have sleep paralysis so that like I can tell my doctor, because I have seizures, and so he likes to know like when I have like episodes of sleep paralysis, so he can know like just in case if they actually turn out to be a seizure or not. And one time, a couple months ago actually, I had a seizure, and my boyfriend thought it was just having a sleep paralysis attack, but it wasn't, because I ended up kicking him and stuff. So I knew for that time I was not having an attack. So now I'm using an air spun loose face powder. I love this stuff. I got it from Walmart. Like, I do most of my makeup except for my Jeffree Star palette and Jaclyn Hill. Like, I got those from obviously Ulta. Sorry if you guys can't really see what I'm doing. This lighting in here is like horrible. It's like the worst lighting I've ever worked in. I need to get a, like, once I get like enough money saved up and stuff, I'm gonna start working on like where I would do my videos at. I think you guys are gonna like it. I think it's gonna be cute. So while that is baking on my face, I'm using my Too Faced. I've had this forever, but it smells so good. It smells like chocolate. And so I use this. And then I put blush on. But I don't do too much of this because a little bit goes like a long way. And I don't like looking super dark on my cheeks for some reason. Like, this one is like way more than this side already. But I'm gonna blend it all. And why isn't it coming off of my face? There we go. Sorry about the fan, guys. Like, I can't turn it off. I wish I could. So, I guess that's it about my sleep paralysis story time, or video. So I guess the rest of this video is just going to be me doing my makeup, which is fine, but it's kind of hoping to have more for you guys on that. And I didn't realize it takes me forever to do my makeup. So right now I'm going to go between my Jeffree Star palette. Ew, it looks disgusting. Or not my Jeffree Star, James Charles. Oh my gosh, I wish I had Jeffree Star palette. But my James Charles, and it looks dirty. Same with my Jaclyn Hill. I'm going to go back and forth between these two because these two both have the colors I want to use today. So usually when I do my makeup, I go between, like, I'll go from a base color, so I'll do like a nude color, and then, so right now I'm using this top one right here. That creases in my foundation. So I usually just go all over the lid. Just so that it's like one uniform color. And I honestly, I don't even know what kind of look I'm going for today, guys. Like, I'm just winging it today, I guess. If it looks good, it looks good. If it don't, I'll take it off after the videos. What colors do I want to use today? Well, what colors am I wearing today? Okay, so then now I'm going to go for like the pale yellow that James Charles has in his artistry palette. I'm just going to put it on my lower lid. Or not my lower lid, my lid. And I love how that his colors are so pigmented. Like, I know they ain't gonna move when I'm done. But yet they blend so nicely, but so pigmented, and I love it. What colors I have. Okay. So now I'm gonna go to the Jaclyn and kind of do this like burnt orange color. I think it's called creamsicle. No, I'm gonna actually change my brush. I'm just gonna tap it, and I'm gonna put it in my crease. And if you guys hear that laughing in the background, I'm watching on Hulu, I'm watching Busted Unsolved, all the true crimes right now, because, I mean, I love Shane and Ryan, and I'm a Bugara for sure. If you guys haven't heard of them, go to their BuzzFeed and, like, type in, like, true crime, like, unsolved, like, true crime thing. Like, it is so good. And it's really funny too. Okay, so yeah, I'm just putting this in my crease. like right now, not right now, like a few minutes ago before I was watching, before I came in and started filming, I was on a binge of watching all the true crimes right now. Like my favorite true crime is like the Black Dahlia. I think I'm gonna do a video on the Black Dahlia. Just because it's so interesting. Might do some true crimes here soon for my channel. I think that might be interesting. I think you guys might like it since you guys liked my or my most viewed is my my reading about what I did when I was a kid. So I think you guys are really gonna like it. I feel like this is turning into like a sunflower-y kind of look, and I don't want it to turn into a sunflower look. I don't know what color I want to put next. And do James's orange, bright orange that he has. Maybe on the outer edge. And kind of darken it a little bit. Not that one. This one. I put it on my brow bone a little bit. I think I'm gonna cut my crease, but I don't know what color. Let me check my Violet Boss Pro shadow. I also love this one too, guys. Like, the colors are great. As you can see, I use it a lot. But I'm not using it today. I don't know if I want to crease. No, I'm not going to crease it. I'm not doing a crease today. So then for my eyeliner, a lot of my stuff is Maybelline. So this one is like my favorite because it's a brush and not like an actual pen. I feel like the pens are harder for me. But I don't know how this happens. I always get one better than the other one, so I always go fix the worst one. good thing you guys can't see my faces that I'm making. Still not the way I want it. Alright, and then I brush off my accent powder, my face. Do I have to put lashes on today? And then for my mascara, I use this Bobbi Brown. Because I love Bobbi Brown. Every now and then I'll use Great Lash, like, and who doesn't love Great Lash? It's been around for like forever, so if it works, don't fix it. But I don't use Great Lash today. And that is my finished look. Now we're gonna do something with this hair, but I don't know what I want to do, so I'm not gonna put that in my my video today. And then use Maybelline Lasting Fix for my finishing spray.